It sucks for you. That's what she said. No, really, she did. A couple times she actually typed it, texted it on mm, anywhere on the computer, internet, Yahoo chats, Yahoo Messenger, but I didn't really remember her any time in life. So I guess she just went away on some other level. She didn't communicate me for years, which was a relief, But that whether she lied to people that uh, her child was I was the father, which I wasn't. He tried to hurt me emotionally by making me feel insecure that I had a child out there and wasn't a good father. Yeah, it hurt, and it brought me down. It confused me a lot. How could that be? You know, I mean, someone would come, well, you're an idiot, right? But when everyone's manipulating, lying to you, and just make you feel like you're just a terrible person. I mean, what are you gonna think? How could everyone around you just be wrong, right? How can everyone around you just be on it or not care? Negligent to the truth. How could that be, right? Sucks for you, right? I mean, and it's those words. It's like no compassion what she would say it about. It was just like a disrespect. And yeah, I get it when I saw her, and like I think it was uh third grade or something, maybe beginning of fourth grade, and she was just like overly developed in the backside. She was way short and younger than me. I was like, wow, what the hell is that? You know? And I mean, her facial features was disgusting. She was creepy. She had no personality. She wasn't intelligent. She creeped me out a lot of times. Uh, did have promiscuous thoughts as a kid about her, probably. I mean, I don't think I would have told her, but she just weirded me out. She was just very mean and like, just all that stuff. But, it's that phrase, sucks for you. It just brings you down to a new level. Especially when she enjoys it with a smile on her face when she says that. It's like, wow, how could you be like so mean and cruel? You know? It just, not that it bothers me, just right now, I mean, I don't really care about it because look at her, look at her and her life and her mentality, lack thereof, and not just insecurity, but just all the hatred, bitterness, and she would project this image of how she is and how awesome she is, how much she cares about this and that, which in reality is false. It's all a lie. It's all just a facade, right? Like a lot of people just put certain image out there, but they don't really live it. They don't really care about that stuff. It's just they just want to portray that in the world and society to promote a certain behavior. I mean, promote a certain image, right? When in reality their behavior doesn't follow that, and uh, their mentality and the lack of compassion doesn't even fall close to that. Anyway, yeah, it's usually about that it sucks for you. It would just like always let me shock, why are you even talking to me then? And then it's like, well, why did I even tell you that? And I just want a form of approval and just conversation about that. But pretty much that. And it's not just her, but even the so-called friends that surrounded you, and they would just think it's funny, or they would support her, or manipulate you, and ridicule about that, and just perpetuate a certain lie that she would endorse in. It was just hatred and bitterness to a level. You hang around people, and the only thing you got with them is like either ridiculing them, making fun of them, once in a while trade some conversation, but in reality it's all just emptiness. Even though you enjoy certain music together, and you hear a song, you're like, well, this and that, and just get aggravated because in the 9 times, and I'm not gonna use the 9 times out of 10, but they can even uh, 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 you know relate to some certain degree on a spiritual level, emotional level, or maybe what they do, they just don't care because it's nothing, and it's like they tell you this life that they're about, but they really just don't care about it either. So what's the point, you know? And you get to this point, well, just ridicule and make fun of them how they really are, imitate them, portray them how they really are. And are they creeped out? Oh yeah, they're creeped out. Especially when they see themselves. Do I care what they think about? I don't care. the fact that I'm doing that and I'm portraying your negative qualities, and you see that, there, I just put a mirror in front of your face, And a lot of other stuff, when I talk about people on my YouTube, pretty much that's what it is, Because I like to get into the psychological aspect and, eventually the spiritual part of it on, morality, immorality, this and that. But when I imitate you and like, oh, well, it is a nice catchphrase there. Yeah, I'm ridiculing you. So it's not about hatred. It's just that, I don't think too much nicely of you. Is it really that mean? Is it really that offended? Does it really suck for you? Probably because you know what? You're very insecure and you have a very juvenile mind. And there's comedians out there that make YouTube videos that imitate somebody. But is it really that, like, if I was that person, it's not degrading them? Like Eddie Murphy, he does it. They do the, they do the laugh. Like, should he be offended? That's a staple laughter. Like, those people, they don't put them, and especially when they usually go for celebrities. I mean, because everybody knows the Eddie Murphy laugh. It just, it's really not insulting, is it? I mean, when I do it, just, it just, like, I mean, these people are just so ridiculous, it's so dumb and ignorant, and just, how can I resist, When I'm really angry, I mean, it really comes out naturally, but yeah, especially in the last video, Adam Nimmick, oh yeah, like that, even his mom knew, like, he was a little crazy when he would do that. He would over accentuate, just that, that mannerism, or he would over accentuate some words in his mannerisms. It was just like really out there. Really angry at me for doing that when you're the one acting like that. I mean, I don't want to see that. It's creepy. Like, what am I supposed to do at your house after that? You're gonna hang out, throw the football around, pretend like it, you're not too crazy in the head. What about this? Yeah, scallywag is a good word. Wow. Etymology? What's wrong? You alright? You alright there? Is everything working properly in your cabeza? Does it really suck for you? Am I gonna be that, is it passive aggressive what that is? Very condescending. Sucks for you. I mean, I could, but I just, I really show you that to your face, But, yeah, I mean, this psychotic thing, people that get angry, but there's that as well, Like, I don't want to see that crap, I don't want that in my life. On all different levels. And are there meds for that? Is there antipsychotic? Because I was on antipsychotic because I was bipolar. I don't know. It suppresses a form of bipolar. I don't think that's bipolar. I think, I don't think there's any meds for that except you could just be really subdued. And it's like, who wants that in life? I wouldn't want that for myself, I want to live and, I want to be emotionally free and, be honest, whatever's in your mind, you kind of push stuff aside because it's like, oh, well, I don't want to think about that. But, I mean, a lot of times in life, I just want to be honest with myself. And I don't want to experience that, that little of psychotic behavior. and passive aggressiveness and hatred and bitterness in my life. It's really that simple, you know. It's really what that is. That's it, you know. And you know, I'm not, you know, I never really called cops on anybody in my life, my adult life, maybe once or twice, but things got really bad. But it's like, what else do you do, you know? But that kind of thing, I don't want to see it. Like over something simple, over a haircut, or I don't know, too many bagels, you know, just disappeared. You know, you had a bag of bagels, there was 3, 4 people, and you know, you caught feelings, you know. Like, fuck you and your dry bagels, bro. It's really not that serious, you know. Bagel crisps or whatever. You know, it's just like, I mean, I could go on and on, right? But it really does suck for you when, you know, let's say, you know, Jays, you're actually a pig. See, a pig is a pig, just eats like that. It's disgusting. It's naturally a natural environment to be like that, you know. You know, a human being, even though you're a child, 10, 11, 12 years old, and you're just sloppy, messy all over, you know, somebody else's house, and you're disgusting. Like, I don't want to talk to you after that. Kind of creep me out too. You know, that's a pig right there. You know, how, like, it's not like maybe you were taught improperly to do that, but how you don't have common sense just to, you know, especially with somebody's house, just, you know, ice cream, just throw everything around and, like, you know, just, like, you just make a mess. Like, what the fuck are you too excited? You know, you're just nasty about it. You know, I don't want that either in my life. You know, and I'm not gonna say it sucks for you, it sucks for me to even be around that, because that kind of thing makes me uncomfortable too. I don't want that discomfort in my life, you know? Even though, like, you know, I'm 1 year older, so what? You think in 1 year, you know, that particular girl is gonna learn how to eat properly? You know? I mean, it's just gross. The irony is yesterday, last night when I was into sleep, I was just, you know, playing I'll say image, because it's a video. Another problem. Playing an image in my mind. It's a video I was playing in my mind. I was thinking about stuff. My father, you know, he was sitting at the table here in our house, and, you know, Stanley Nimick, my uncle, was there, and they were just talking. I don't know, he was just like kissing his eye. He got really excited about something. He had a mouthful of food, you know. He was like, he almost choked on it. I was just thinking, like, I don't know if I thought that I was embarrassed by it. I was like, and I was like, Marek. You know, it was nobody else, just, you know, Donna, Stanley's wife, but it was just like, you know, it was just creepy. It was disgusting, you know, and, you know, I felt embarrassed when I saw that, but last night I was like, you know, how would they, you know, put, you know, on a death certificate, like, you know, chewing with mouth open cause of death. You know, just like, am I being an asshole? I just, you know, I mean, I don't want the guy to die like that. It's just embarrassing, you know, like, open casket. We're gonna preserve the meatballs in his mouth or something, you know. It's just weird. I haven't thought about that there. We got his sense of humor about it, but it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure his aunt or grandma always used to give him trouble about that. It's like, dude, just fucking don't talk while you eat. You know, I know you're excited about a certain topic, but Stanley's gonna be here for like a couple hours. You know, relax. You know, my dad never really, you know, and I could have brought the most interesting topic. He would never really got excited around me with that. You know, it's another thing that stayed on my mind, you know. I don't want to see that. The discomfort in his food just creeped me out. And that was kind of funny, but I wouldn't want to see it either. Just gross. But what's another discomfort? Jeez, that it really sucks for me, you know. Whenever anybody else was around, you know, it's typically males, you know, and he would converse with them, and it's like, not to converse with them, but let's say this guy Rafa, you know, he brought up a topic, and I was trying to explain it because I saw it on you know, on the internet about news, or maybe it was some kind of something happened in the world, and, you know, he knew that I knew that, my dad, but he just ignored me. And then he talked to them, he was excited to them, he just ignored me. You know, then I said, well, didn't this and that. No, I wouldn't talk over anybody, and he would just, like, you know, he would do something just to put me down, ignore me. You know, it's like, wow, man, how much hatred and, you know, intolerance you got for me, man. What the fuck did I ever do to you, huh? I don't want to experience that either. Things are a little bit different now, you know. Eventually, you know, sooner or later, you know, I just get up and I just, you know, imitate him or just clown, you know, his little, I don't want to say little boyfriends, but, yeah, you know, clown whoever's around, you know. Well, you know, you're gonna get hatred on me, or what? Try to take my life, try to send me to prison for that. When you're the one just, is acting very rude, disrespectful, not just that I'm your son, just to another person, right? And then, another thing, like, particularly my dad does, and I'm not gonna say we're gonna argue, but a discussion, and it's not that we're getting aggravated. It's like, he develops feelings. He's like, poczekaj, chwileczkę, let me just put it. Hold on a minute, let me say something. It's like I just said a couple words, and it's like, just interrupts me. I'm like, all right, say it. He goes like that. Why don't you let me talk? He says that he doesn't let me talk. It's like, what the fuck you supposed to do with that? Oh, geez, I don't know. I want my birth certificate, and I want, let me see, the title to my car. Or how about, we're talking about how someone might not be dead, so someone might have attempted to try to take somebody's life. Why don't you let me say something? Well, Marek, I think that's important, isn't it? And, in somebody's shoes that might have, been killed, or, in the garage, which I don't even know. That too. But it's like, it's that, not just condescending, but it's like he interrupts me when, and then he says I interrupt him when, and like 2 sentences he interrupts. I mean, it's like, how ridiculous are you, man? Right? It's just unbelievable, It's like, where do you go from conversation when you just get aggravated when he does that stuff? Chwileczkę. Little bit. I'm not gonna translate. It's like, give me a second. Right off the bat when you're talking. It's like already he cuts you off and you get aggravated. And then what he does, it's like, he says something that's not relevant, or just so like a strawman argument to throw you off, or just, he does something else ridiculous, I've seen police officers, trying to be police officers, do that too. It's that manipulation of language just to get you aggravated, strawman argument. It's like, I guess it really does suck for me to be a part of that. Because you get me aggravated, you get me to the point where my blood is boiling, and it's like, what do you do with that? Can you take someone like that seriously? When they're so weak in their mind, and in their being, that they have to manipulate you, get you aggravated, because, if they can't, they do understand. It's like they can't even, admit they're wrong, and they know they're wrong, but they try to manipulate you just to get you angry, just to dismiss you, or ignore you when you're making a point, and they just pretend like, well, this, just to get you aggravated, just so you don't even step foot in the door in their, little shrine of office, 100th precinct or 94th precinct, because you didn't get mugged, so no one's stealing money from for credit card. I mean, what do you do after that? You regret calling them pigs and just insecure little people? You don't. Will you call them that because they get happy that you're angry? Probably not. But does it really suck for me? Kind of being stuck on the planet with those kind of people. Definitely, really does suck. She was right about that. I wonder if she would say, it sucks for you about that. Yeah. Leave me a message in the comment section there, Terry, Patrick's mommy. I'd love to hear, what your little screen name is today, about your family, how much, you care for the guy with longer hair than you that, goes around, tries to hit people, the shirt off, really crazy, psychotic guy. Leave me a comment in the comment section. And get Marissa in there too. Carol, his little, his little uncle from East Grand Avenue in Rolway. Get the whole family, including his, Karolik's dad that broke his arm in Spain, and he was just angry at that little kid, and everybody. Get everybody in there. I mean, what do you do? How do you feel? Like, you have your own life, this and that. You're trying to get a job. You go from one job. Your cousin over there, just like, oh, we're going to the club. And you go to the club, and she's just like, this is kid, he's trying to be a pretty boy, sitting all the way in the right. And you see, like, he just stands out. He's just very random. But you're looking around. She just looks, let's go over there. and he just like sits down next to him, and it's like the same guy that's been like stalking you since like he was 4. Like, what the fuck? How do you even like even interact with that person? I mean, Carol, like, Carol there, he's a stalker, he's a creepy homosexual, a sexual deviant. But what do you say to that pig over there? Just to manipulate you and lies to that. I mean, how would you feel you did that to her? And then she got stalked by that kid, and he was trying to like molest you or something when you were sleeping. I mean, what do you say to that? Does it really suck for me? Probably. And then she comes over and she's just like, try hi, and you don't say anything. She doesn't look at you over and over. Like, it's like the 5th or 6th time I didn't say hi to you. I mean, I don't care about that, but it's like, did I get offended? Really? Is that all it is? I got offended. It's then I thought about shit. And you tell your ignorant, crazy little juvenile children that I'm mad. That's why I'm not their uncle. I'm like their cousin or something like that. But whatever. Uncle's mad. Is that how you rationalize things? Oh, Mirage, I got offended, right? Is that all it is? I mean, I'm just not even angry about that, and not even agitated. Although I was, it's just like how ridiculous are you people? How ridiculous are you? Think about it. Like, let's say I got you recorded on video. Would you act like that? Because I got someone recorded on audio, and then, they were just embarrassed. Well, because other people saw that. When you go through it, you don't think about that, right? It's normal for you. What other people see, but a lot of you people are like that. So what are you embarrassed about? The small amount of people that just, aren't like that, just didn't show you their side, like that. Is that what it is? Honestly, a lot of people like that I found in the world, and not just in my life, but everywhere. How about a supervisor or a boss that just, it's just ridiculousness that, he gets put down by somebody else's face, and he just puts his cowards down, but then he just tries to degrade you and, like, just is an aggressor, but, it's just a tiny, minuscule person. He just, he seems like he's just gonna get aggravated, hit you, and, from the back, yeah, he's very tough. He'll throw you on the ground when you're not looking, but, when you get his face and just, you tell him, well, what, this and that, just, he gets even angry, just, he goes away. I mean, like, would you want to go to work every day with a person like that? Or another guy, who just, like, defends them because, they're on that same level? When in reality, they just, they hate each other and just ridicule each other. I don't want to have that experience. I just came to work. I just do my work. Just, let me be quiet. If you don't like me, hate me, go about your way. If I do something in work, yeah, tell me this and that. All right, so I'll do this and that. It's really that simple, Life is simple. It's people like him that complicate it, and him and her. You people make life difficult for people like me and yourselves. You really do. And you know what? There is that phrase, life is good, period. Maybe. But when you go through that experience, do you feel like life is good? Is really life good when, all you get is agitation, anger, and wow, well, dig her up out of the grave. Is your life really good? Being like her that says that, being that demented in the brain, being related to her, living next to her. I mean, I don't know, maybe people just, you don't care. Next day you go about like nothing happened. See, I'm not into that stuff. But life is good, just not with those people on the planet. No, it isn't. And it sucks for you. And then you got people dying of cancer or something. Like, fuck, man, that's all sorts of cancer, it's scary in itself, but it eats you. Your organs fail. Your organs fail eventually, You end up weak. Even you get the best meds. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. He was a billionaire, And maybe they called it too late, but just, All that money in the world couldn't fix them. And then there are people that, could do mentally, like some witchcraft stuff, give you a disease. And then there's people that could alleviate that. All those billions of dollars. I mean, the iPhone, which is like probably the best, not just iPhone, Apple, Macintosh, computers. Wow, they're so good. No one would have came to that guy with some mentality and healed him. You couldn't pay a couple $1 billion to get healed. You wouldn't want a couple $1 billion in your pocket, man. Even for free, like, wouldn't you just want to do that? To alleviate someone from their pain? I guess your kind doesn't. Really sucks for you, huh? My kind would. But not particularly to your kind of people. Because you know what? Let's say you heal that person and now he starts doing it to everybody else. Or maybe someone figures out how to, if you could heal them, why not just reverse it and give people that fucking disease? Just because, I don't know, they were mean to you in a traffic situation, or maybe just, they stood up for themselves, or they made fun of you. So now they get the worst disease in the world, right? And with another disease in the world, you could just put it together, and then, like Ganush said, I hope you crap your pants through it all. I mean, you get angry at that, just ridicule the freaking clown. But, it's like, where do you go in life in your mind when you, like, one of the reasons why, one of the ways you want to insult somebody is just, to say, oh, I hope you get cancer and AIDS. Like, what the fuck is in your brain, bro? And one of the worst evils, you go like this. For what? Why'd you want that? Huh? You worship Vladimir Putin's, not just the man, but the destruction he could cause. Like, what is in your brain? Not what is in your wallet, So I don't care about that. That's the most relevant thing, is it? It's that mentality, Does it suck for me or you? Leave a comment in the comment section. And by the way, this is a vlog video, so I'm not gonna, I don't write any description about it. Lately, I just don't. Sometimes I don't. So, get at me. Explain to me how that sucks for me in the comment section. I'm waiting.